no one bats an eyelash at the failures of MPS. It's long past time that changes.
A judge delivering a blistering attack on the performance of Milwaukee Public Schools and finds the city of Milwaukee in contempt for what he calls foot dragging on the issue of school resource officers. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jessa Brycebeck.
And I'm Natalie Shepard. We've been following this story for months. The city government is required by law to make sure those police officers, referred to as SROs, are in place at MPS schools.
After repeated delays, a frustrated circuit judge, David Borowski, today imposing a daily fine against the city, while at the same time offering the city a chance to avoid those fines.
And now this afternoon, CBS 58 has learned the city has taken a big step, booking a 5-day school resource officer training session right here in Milwaukee, and that'll start Monday, March 10th.
Of course, this is a complicated story, and we have team coverage tonight to sort it all out for you. Adam Reif lays out the possible timetable for officers to return to MPS schools.
But we begin with Catherine Merck live at the courthouse with a breakdown of what happened at today's hearing and what it means for city leaders. Catherine.
Natalie and Jessup, good evening. The judge had some strong words to describe the city's actions following his order to put police officers in Milwaukee schools. And he said now there's a price that's got to be paid if the district can't properly support its students.
This court expects action, and this court expects its orders followed.
Judge David Borowski showed frustration with the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee Public School leaders after he determined they failed to meet his order to put 25 officers in Milwaukee Public Schools by his Thursday deadline.
The city and MPS had 6 months to figure out the training, which 25 officers are going into schools. That didn't happen.
City attorneys and the Milwaukee Police Department chief of staff blamed the delay on officers not being trained yet and the Milwaukee Common Council not yet approving the plan.
There are upfront and ongoing costs related to implementing the SRO program.
MPS attorneys say the district has complied so far, which the judge acknowledged.
Staff and administrators with MPS have made accommodations, preparations in the event that officers were sent this week to welcome them into the schools and to get them to hit the ground running.
The judge will now fine the city $1,000 a day. The fine will be imposed starting in mid-March if the city doesn't show progress. That fine could come straight from taxpayer dollars.
I think it should be more for the amount of time that they've taken to comply.
The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty attorneys and the parent who sued the city and the school board say there have been months of excuses from city leaders.
Previous failures for non-compliance are not a good enough reason for continued non-compliance.
As for the judge at the center of this case, he says the ultimate people paying the price for this mismanagement from the city are the students these officers are supposed to protect.
There's a lot of things in Milwaukee that are not working right now. I think it's safe to say that MPS is not working right now.
A special meeting for the Common Council to potentially approve the school resource officer plan is scheduled for tomorrow. Reporting from the Milwaukee County Courthouse tonight, I'm Catherine Merck, CBS 58 News. We'll send it back to the studio.